Hola amigos, today we're going to be making empanadas de calabaza or Mexican pumpkin empanadas. Now my recipe is made a little bit different and just a little bit easier than the traditional one because instead of rolling out the dough, I use puff pastry to get flaky empanadas. The results are still really delicious. It's just a little bit easier to make. Now for the video, I use my leftover homemade calabaza en tacha. And you can absolutely use canned pumpkin for this recipe. I'll have all the details in the instructions in the description in the recipe and the YouTube channel as well on the recipe card. But if you're going to use homemade pumpkin puree, that's the more traditional way, and so that's basically what I did. You're going to cook your pumpkin with spices and piloncillo until it's nice and soft, and then you're going to remove it, scoop it out from the shell, and then just mash it to make that rustic puree. Now to give the empanadas a little bit more decadent flavor, we're going to melt some vegan butter in a medium large pot, and once that's nice and melted, we can add our pumpkin puree, be it our homemade or our canned pumpkin. Like I said, I used the leftover pumpkin from my calabaza en tacha, and so this one is already spiced. And if you were going to use the canned pumpkin in the recipe, it'll give you the instructions of how to season it and make the syrup, but all we're going to do is just saute the pumpkin with the butter to just give it that nice delicious flavor. I used the leftover piloncillo syrup from the cooked pumpkin, which gives these empanadas such a delicious flavor, and you can adjust the seasoning spices to your taste, but I really like this combination of the cinnamon, the piloncillo, the allspice, and the star anise. It's such a delicious flavor. Then you're just going to cook that down until the pumpkin is nice and thick. I also add vanilla for vanilla extract for extra flavor and a little bit more cinnamon just to kind of boost that strong cinnamon taste. And then just cook that until it's nice and thick, because you don't want any liquid in the pumpkin to run off and like leak into the puff pastry, because it'll make the dough soggy and you just won't have crispy, flaky empanadas. Now, once that's done cooking, you're going to remove it from the stove and let it cook completely until it comes to room temperature. And just mix that up every once in a while just to help the heat dissipate. Then we're going to cut out our empanada circles into our puff pastry. I use just a lid. You can use a cookie cutter if you have one. I don't have one and I don't usually use it, so a lid will do just fine. And this is 4 inches. Then if you don't have a lid, look, you can even use the can from the Libby's pumpkin puree mix. Then you're going to remove the excess pastry from around the circles, and then just save that so that you can roll out more empanada circles. Then I like to flip them over just because I feel that the bottom has more moisture because there's a little bit of humidity where I live. But you could also lay them on top of parchment paper, and then you're going to scoop some of the cooled pumpkin filling onto your pastry circles, and then you're going to stretch them out a little bit so that you can easily bring the middle of the dough together, and then just continue pinching the sides of the dough until you have a sealed half moon shape. Try not to add too much filling. I always add a little too much because I like my empanadas like nice and thick and well filled, but that always leads to the filling leaking out, or then it'll make it harder for the dough to seal. But then just completely seal the dough, the little pockets like so. You can pinch them with your fingers just to make sure it's sealed. And then you're going to use a fork to crimp the edges to make it look nice and pretty. Now, if you're really good at making empanadas and you can do that crimped folded edge, go right ahead. I'm not good at it, so I don't do it. And make sure to poke a little hole with the fork in the center just to release the excess heat so that the empanadas don't puff up and open. And then we're going to take a little bit of milk and some of the leftover piloncillo syrup, and that's going to be our vegan egg wash. Just mix that thoroughly. If you don't have this, you can use melted butter. And another thing that I really like to do is sometimes I sprinkle cinnamon sugar over the egg wash or over the melted butter to give the empanadas like a little bit more crunch. You can put your empanadas in the freezer for about 15 minutes before you bake them, just to help them like seal better. That's completely up to you. If you live in a hot place, I suggest you do that. If not, if you live in a cold, dry place, then you can just brush them with your egg wash. And if you're going to do the cinnamon sugar topping, go ahead. And then you're going to bake them in the center of the oven for about 15 minutes until they're nice and golden and flaky. And that's it. Super easy, super delicious. It's such a delicious seasonal fall treat, especially with a cup of coffee. I hope you give this recipe a try. Let me know in the comments, and have a beautiful day, amigos.